Hey guys, it's MrFizZeD here, and today I made a list of weapons that I would like to see be used in Rainbow Six Siege in Year 5 particularly. These weapons haven't been used a lot on the operators they are on, and I just want to show some love to them. We've already seen Illario get the G36C, which, isn't getting a lot of love with Ash because the R4C is basically better on all fronts. So I just kind of want to make a list of guns similar to that. And the first gun I'm going to start out with is the AR-33. AR-33 is Thatcher's secondary primary option. Basically, like the G36C, it's shadowed by the R4C. Same thing with the L85A2. Because the L85A2 is just a beast of a weapon. You can legit laser anybody down with it. And you don't really see much play with the AR-33 on Thatcher because it's just, not even a question of what gun you're going to choose for Thatcher. It's obviously going to be the LA5A2. So I'd like to see the AR-33 be used on an attacking operator specifically, maybe somebody with some good utility, and just put the gun to good use. Just show the weapon some love like it needs, because I don't see a lot of Thatcher players use it. I mean, how many times do you see in ranked a Thatcher using the AR-33? Very little to none. You're never going to see it happen. And I just want to see this weapon be used in Rainbow, and see it be used Pro League on a certain operator who knows how to get shit done. So that's my first weapon I'd like to see. Next is a C8 SFW. This is Buck's primary. You see a lot of Buck players use this. Now, the reason why I would like to see this is because you all know Buck's gadget is the skeleton key. And the skeleton key has a shotgun connected to it, and you can, have an assault rifle and a shotgun 2-in-1. But let's take off the skeleton key and just replace it with a vertical grip. It would make it so good. I mean, wouldn't it just be so awesome just to see a C8 with a vertical grip just roaming the map, an attacker owning it? But, I mean, I would just definitely like to see this gun on attack. All right, next up is the PDW-9. This is Jackal's secondary primary option. I see a lot of Jackal players use this weapon, but the C7E is legit the best gun in the game, right next to AK-12, which is Fuse's gun. So the PDW can be a universal weapon, honestly, and I'm going to explain why. And what I mean by universal is that it could be used by an attacker or a defender. If it was on defense, I don't think there would be an ACOG on the PDW-9, just because what I see and what I envision when I think of the PDW-9 being on a defender, I envision an anchor, and I don't see that going too well with an ACOG sight. Even if not, an attacker would be pretty nice too. An attacker with a PDW-9 would be really, really cool, just because it's not played a lot. So just give it some love, and I think that definitely increases pick rate. Next is the UMP-45. This is for defense only. I tried to think if it would work on attack, but in my mind it really didn't. I could only see it working on defense. And the UMP-45, as you all know, is pretty much like the MPX. It's basically a pea shooter, but it gets headshots quite nicely. But I see it on defense particularly because it can be used as an anchor, and it can be used as a roamer weapon. Just imagine roaming these halls like Pulse. It'd just be so cool to see another UMP user on defense. And that's really all I have to say for it. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot of love because I have seen a lot of Pulse players choose the shotgun over the UMP, but at the same time, the UMP is picked somewhat. So I would definitely like to see the UMP be picked a couple more times on a different operator, anchor or roamer. Next is the 9x19. It's shared with Capcan. So the 9x19 is a really good gun. And Capcan, if you're being completely honest with me, Capcan is one of the most underrated operators in this entire game. He has booby traps, and he has amazing guns. And the amazing gun is the 9x19. So this gun is just really, really good. Imagine what it looked like without the Russian optics. it'd probably look really good. But I would like to see this on a defender. I wouldn't like to see this on attack. No ACOG either on it, but just have normal sights on it, and you can actually see what it would look like without the Russian optics. It just looked really, really nice, I think. And this whole Oregon rework going on, it'd probably be a really good gun to use on these big maps, like Oregon and Chalet and Border. It'd just be a really nice gun to use around those big maps, and be defending around it, and just be a roamer, or even anchoring it. It'd just be a really, really cool gun. So that's that gun, and that's my reasons for it. Alright, next up is the Commando 9. Now this is going to be a universal gun, so an attacker could use this, or a defender could use this. The reason why I see an attacker could use it is because it's an assault rifle, and very few operators on defense have assault rifles. So, we have Jaeger, we have Mozzie, and we have Wamai. I'm probably missing one other, but that's just what I can think of right off the top of my head. And Commando 9 is, of course, equipped on Mozzie, but I want to see that assault rifle be equipped on an attacker, because it would just be so nice to see on the attacker. But at the same time, it'd be really nice to see on a defender as well. So I don't really have any more reasoning for it. I just like to see this gun be played a lot more. Attack our defense. On attack, just imagine what this thing would look like with an ACOG sight. It would be so awesome, but who knows? It could come out. It couldn't. I didn't really want to go deep into this one. It's just a suggestion. So there's Commando 9. Next up is the SGCQB shotgun. It's shared on the entire GIGN squad unit except Monting. But the shotgun, I don't see be played a lot often. I see a lot of people use it when they're memeing, but you can't really do that now with the whole recruit thing being gone, and the reworked recruits. You can't really see that happen anymore, but this shotgun has been really in the dark, and I would definitely like to see it get some love. It's a really, really good shotgun. It's a pump action shotgun. It reminds me very much of the M59, and it's just a really, really good shotgun. I would like to see this be used on anybody. I would like to see this be used on an attacker or defender. Imagine the attacker doing this, and imagine a defender using this weapon. The defender could use a lot of utility out of it, and anchor with it, or even roam with it. And the attacker could, just mop the floor. Honestly, this shotgun is just underrated. It's so good, but I don't see a lot of players use it. So give this shotgun some love. This is what I'd like to see. That's all for the shotgun. Our next up is the SR25 used on Blackbeard. This is a DMR. Again, I'd like to see a couple of DMRs be introduced either year 5 or year 6. And I think this is a good start. SR25 is pretty much the little brother of the 417. It is a really, really good weapon, and not many people use it because Blackbeards always select the MK17, aka Scar, because the Scar is just really, really good. So give us the SR25 on an attacking operator specifically, and it would just be a really fresh gun that you could start using. But I would like to see the SR25 be used on an attacker. So that's all I have to say for the SR25. Next weapon, LMGE, used on attack specifically. This is Sophia's light machine gun. I don't see a lot of Sophia players use it because the M762 is really, really good. Like I said, I'm trying to give these guns that aren't used as much a lot of love. It'd be really difficult to find the perfect balance, not making it too underpowered, not making it too overpowered on an operator. But I think this would be a great pick for any attacking operator. I kind of want to see grips be added to this weapon. We have these amazing new additions to these weapons. For example, we had the FMG9 get the Vortex, and we had the Deagle get the muzzle brake and suppressor. So I'm just adding these little additions. LMGE would look probably really nice with an angle grip. It would just look so good, and maintain that recoil of the compensator. So I definitely like to see it on attack. Next weapon, the AR-15.50. It is Maverick's secondary primary option. So this gun again is foreshadowed by the M4, the M4A1, because it's just you can get some really, really good clips with this weapon, but I don't see a lot of Maverick players use it, and it's only exclusive to Maverick. So share it with some other operators, attacker specifically. That's all I really have to say about this one. I just wanted to see be put to good use. So let us go to the next weapon. Next up is a Super 90. Now this is a universal shotgun I would like to see be used. It could be used on attack or defense. For some reason, I'm leaning toward defense. Now, a lot of you remember the year 1, season 1 veterans, how this shotgun was completely broken. It was a sniper rifle and a shotgun combined. It was broken. So they've nerfed it, of course, nerfed its range. But other than that, it's pretty much stayed the exact same, and it's just a beast. But I don't see a lot of players use it on Frost, so let's just give a little bit of love to the Super 90 on attack or defense. But like I said, I would like to see it on defense more, leaning more towards defense, because the defensive side just needs more of a shotgun meta, and I think this would be a great start. Alright, next weapon. The MX4 Storm, also known as Alibi's Primary. So the MX4 Storm, it can be used as an attacker weapon or a defender weapon. I'd like to see this used on an attacker because, you still see a lot of Alibi players, and this is what they use. But just definitely would like to see this on an attacker, and just see them put this gun to work, give it to somebody with good utility, and that'd be really nice to see. Next is the AUG A3, aka Cade's AUG. Cade's AUG has received numerous buffs. It is just not the best option when compared to the TCSG 12. But what I say is that every gun is good in certain hands, and I don't think it's great on KE, but it can be good on another defending operator. Don't get me wrong, I see a lot of Cade players use the AUG A3, and they slay with them. But I would just like to see this on another defense operator, and I definitely think give it to an anchor. You just make it a lot better. Somebody with utility, an anchor who can sit down and use the AUG A3 to their benefit. Alright, now I want to go to the secondaries. Now, these are all universal, so these can go on attackers or the defenders. It doesn't matter. These are just universal. So, I only threw a couple in here because really this is all I can think of. If you have suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below. My first one is the SDP 9mm. Now, this is Mozzie and Gridlock's pistol. Mozzie and Gridlock's pistol, I've never see it be played, ever. And if I have, no one's ever gotten a kill with it. I've just never seen this weapon, ever. Like, it's just not used because it's super shorty. And the super shorty is a godlike weapon. Its utility has massive amounts of power, and just like that, that's the superior option. There's no better option. So the SDP-9 is just completely overlooked. Give it some love. Give the SDP some love. It needs some love. The iron sights aren't that bad. It's a bulky pistol, yes, but I definitely think it could slay in certain operators' hands. Next is the Q929. This is Legion and Ying's pistol. I see a lot of players, Legion and Ying players, get some kills with this pistol, but they use it as a last resort. So I would like to see it on another operator. It's a good pistol. It's a really, really good pistol. The iron sights are really nice and firm. You can actually see it. It's really nice to see through and get a kill. They're not that hard to look through. Recoil's nice. It's just an overall good pistol. I'll definitely see it be used on another operator. Next is the RG-15, which is Ella and Sophia's pistol. It has a red dot sight automatically attached, and it's permanently attached. It cannot be taken off. So this one, again, like I said, it needs to have some love to it. Red dot pistols are really hard to get around nowadays, and you don't really see them as often as you would like to. So definitely throw the RG-15 into this mix because it would just look really nice on an attacker or a defender. And to show some red dots some love. Next is the P9, which is shared with the GIGN operators. The P9 is, it's a popular choice on Twitch players and on Doc and Rook and Monty players, but there's going to be some people out there who prefer more power over more capacity of the magazine, and that's me basically. I prefer the revolver over the P9, because this revolver has sheer power. It's low magazine, so you gotta make your shots count. But if you're asking if I would choose a revolver over the P9, I would choose a revolver 100%. So give the P9 some love. The P9 is used, but I would like to see it be used in another operator. Its iron sights are a little wonky. You know, they're kind of downslope now. They used to be like these big dots on the side, but now they're just a little wonky. But the P9, it still looks pretty nice. So give the P9 some love. That's all I gotta say about it. Next is the GSH-18, which is the Spetsnaz pistol, aside from the PMM. The PMM is a really, really good pistol. In fact, I think it's one of the best pistols in the game. So that just tells you that a lot of people are going to be choosing the PMM more than GSH-18. And it has these dot iron sights that make it really easy to see through and you can get a kill with. Definitely would like to see this pistol be used on a different operator. So that's my overview of the GSH-18. Next is the PRB-92. So I was honestly pretty positive I was going to see this pistol be used on Goyu or Amaru, because they're from Spain and Peru. But I didn't see it. just a little rant out there. Anyway, the PRB-92. The PRB-92 needs to be used more. It's only used on Capital, but, you know, it's also used on Cavi, but it's a completely different weapon with Cavi. It's 65 damage or 75 damage. I can't think right now. It's something higher damage. They've nerfed it with a suppressor automatically attached. But on Capital, you get to see what the weapon looks like. Its iron sights are good. Its damage is good. Its capacity is good. Give it some love. Yeah, that's really all I'd like to see it for. Just give it some love. Alright, next to the SP SMG9. This is Clash's submachine gun that she uses. It's also could be considered a machine pistol. It's probably already considered a machine pistol. You know, we saw Amaru get the SMG-11 in Ember Rise. I would like to see more of these submachine guns be used on you know, certain operators, and put them to good utility. So I definitely think the SP SMG-9 is a good start. You know, just because it's just a really overall good weapon. It slays. It no longer has that annoying burst mode on it. You can spray full auto. It can get you out of a pinch. It works nice. It feels nice. Has a red dot attached to it. Give some love to another operator this year. Alright, so my last weapon I would like to see is the M45 pistol that is shared with the FBI SWAT. So the FBI SWAT has the 5.7 and the M45. I see a lot of people use the M45 over the 5.7, but I would just like to see the M45 be used. I was going to say 5.7 should be used too, but that we just got that on knock, and that'd just be repetitive, so get the M45 some love. In fact, honestly, unpopular opinion, trade out the P10C on Warden and give him the M45. That's another suggestion, just throwing it out there. Buff his weapons. So that's all for my weapons. I would like to see year 5, year 6. If you have suggestions, leave it down in the comment section down below. I'll be reading them. I just grabbed these and read up on them and read up on their stats, and I just think that these would be really nice. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't made it this far, the music used in this video is down in the description below. You can contact me on my Twitter in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.